This is the problem with old people on Facebook, okay? Have you heard the story about Meghan Markle and what's going on with Prince Harry? I mean, they're getting married. I know you heard that.
Yeah, they're getting married, yeah.
She was on a TV show called Suits. It was on USA, semi-popular show. And she had some risque sex scenes, but it's on USA, so they don't show anything. It's just like,
right,
stuff like that. But let's face it, Harry's grandma's the queen, so certain stuff's not going to fly with her. So what they did was when he showed her her being his grandma, some outtakes or clips of Suits. He made sure to show her the clips of Suits that were, Meghan acting appropriate. Like
not with their clothes off.
They purposely, if they sat down for an episode to Suits, they purposely either would leave out the ones where she had sex scenes, or they would edit the scenes out.
Yeah, because your grandparents, they're different generation. They're a little bit more reserved, probably a little bit more conservative.
And I guess she has also taken some stuff off of her blog. She has like a women empowerment blog.
Sure.
And, old school is, women kind of need to know their place.
Is this the queen then that we're talking about?
This is the queen. They would hide this stuff. And it's funny because we were asking the question yesterday on Facebook, and this is what drives me insane about Facebook is old people. And I know this drives you nuts. Okay. Because we were asking, what is the one thing about your spouse that you have hidden from your parents? Not thinking that we're going to get a lot of people answering the question because
it's public.
It's public. And
anybody can see it.
And let's face it, now your parents are on Facebook, okay?
Right.
Except for Gretchen's. Gretchen's parents have passed away. And this is what she says. She says, parents are past. Dumb question. Like that was the dumb question. And I'm like,
parents are past, like they've passed away?
They've passed away, so this is a dumb question for Gretchen. But it's like on Facebook, you do realize, right, that not everything is oriented towards you specifically. That when we ask a question...
Well, apparently in Gretchen's world, everything revolves around her.
It's for the many followers.
Even though there's thousands of people that follow KZOZ. Thousands.
And the 3,000 that are friends with the Jeff and Jeremy page.
What's the question you asked?
What is the one thing about your spouse that you have hidden from your parents?
Oh, yeah. That's a great question.
Like Mary gets it. Mary's like, she's hidden his age. She didn't ever divulge the age. She was never upfront and honest about his age. Okay? She gets it. All right? Now, there are other people, I'm sure, that read the post and that got it. But I think there needs to be maybe a tutorial for Facebook, perhaps. Something that tells people, hey, listen, just because something comes up on your news feed doesn't mean that it's geared specifically towards you.
Right.
I did not reach out and say, hey, I did not tag Gretchen and say, Gretchen, what is the one thing about your spouse that you have hidden from your parents? I just simply said, what is the one thing that you have hidden from your spouse or about your spouse that you have hidden from your parents? But I know that this makes you really mad.
Calling her. I'm calling her right now, see if she answers. I'm calling her through Facebook.
This is how you lose friends.
I want to know what she meant. Says right now that she's getting a call from Jeff and Jeremy.
Parents are past, but it's spelled P-A-S-T. So I don't know.
From the past? Not like they passed on?
Yeah.
Which would be a different
P-A-S-S-E-D.
Yeah. Come on, Gretchen.
This is a dumb question.
She's dogging us. She's probably listening to this right now going, I'm not going to take their call.
She's not going to step away from Candy Crush for this.
It's too bad.
It would have been nice to know, wouldn't it?
They really would have.
Or at least enlighten her and tell her that, hey, just because a question's on Facebook does not mean that it's geared specifically towards you. Belinda writes in, she says that she lives in a small town and she couldn't hide anything from her parents. They always knew everything before she even said anything.
Sorry, was that an awkward Facebook exchange that I was just doing there?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I'm sorry. Back to Belinda.
Her mom knew his parents. Her stepdad worked with his stepdad. Her dad knew his mom and uncles, so she couldn't get away with anything. Still, to this day and age, at 42 years of age, still can't get away with anything because she lives in a small town.
Well, that happens.
That's what a lot of people around this area are saddled.
What about your parents? What do they not know about your wife?
My wife?
That you're willing to share. Are you willing to share it?
My wife hid from my mom for a long time until, I would say, for 5-6 years.
What do you mean she hid from her? Like when she would come visit you, she would hide in the closet?
She would leave town, yeah. No, that she smoked. And then finally one day she had to have.
Well, are you outing her? That's kind of a big deal.
No.
I mean, she smokes around the office.
She's known now for the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
She hid it for 6 years.
It's tough to hide that because of the smell, right?
That's what I thought. And my mom said when she told my mom finally, my mom was like, "Yeah, I know." So not like it's a big deal. So here, my wife was thinking that my mom was going to have a problem with it, and it ended up being no big deal at all.
That's way better than mine. Mine was when we were, in high school. We were at home and we were fooling around naked in the bed, and my mom came home and I threw her in the closet. I've told you this story.
Yeah.
And I threw her in the closet, and I had these closet organizer things. So there was, shelves of shirt on the top and in the middle, and she was behind all that, and she's standing there naked. And my mom, it starts giving me the riot act, the third degree. I'm in the room, the light's on me, the spotlight, and she's asking me, "Is Charlene here?" Because she had not met Charlene yet. But she had heard about her.
Is that Scafuza? Where is she? I smell her. Where is she? Fee, fi, fo,
oh my
fum.
God! And she starts doing.
I smell a naked girl in the closet.
This is 11:30 in the morning, and she comes back from work because she says, quoties, that she forgot her lunch, and she starts doing laundry. Like she's bringing clothes into my room. She's looking around. She looks under the bed. I thought when she looked under the bed, we were done. Like, I thought, oh, God, the closet's next. She opens the closet and starts hanging shirts up. Charlene's standing there. I'm like, oh, my God, this is... And I'm like, I can hear her sniffling like she's crying. I'm like, stop crying. You're going to give it away. Somehow, I get my mom out of the room. I throw Charlene her clothes. I'm like, get out. Just go down the street.
Climb out the window?
No, it was a one-story house. She went out the back door. My mom had a door that left her back... her room to go to a deck. I said, just go down the street and I'll pick you up. So my mom never found out. Never. I told her though.
Oh, and what'd she say?
She just, everything else that I said. Oh, you're such a bad boy. You were such a bad boy.
Oh, she didn't.
No, she's not mad.
She didn't know?
I didn't know. She never found out. I didn't tell her for like 10, 15 years later. And now it's fun. I mean, I love telling my mom all the dumb stuff I did and all the stuff that she would have been mad about back then.
Is Charlene still embarrassed about that?
No, not at all. It's all good now. Yeah. I mean, you met my stepdad, right? There's no being embarrassed around this guy. He is the most awkward, weird.
That's nice. It's nice to have somebody to take
that attention off of you.
Yeah, it's like when you want to get a guy to be the head of the CIA. You put him out there to be the head of the CIA, and then you bring this bumbling oaf of a doctor that's been the White House doctor forever that's going to head up the Veterans Affairs, and everybody pays attention to the Veterans Affairs, and then you get the guy through to be the director of the CIA, right? Sleight of hand.
Update in the awkward Facebook exchange between Gretchen and I offered her a job being our demographic analyst. She said she's going to pass because she already has a great job, and she's looking forward to retirement.
Is she going to pass or passed?
She's going to pass. P-A-S-S.
Okay.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.